So this isn't iced coffee. This is actually my little chalky milk. My protein powder makes me feel so good. Like, it makes me feel incredible. I think that there's a possibility that I may have been protein deficient for years because I started drinking protein powder and I feel amazing. I feel incredible. So either there's something in the protein powder and that's possible, or I have not been getting enough protein. So I'm just drinking it now. Today I'm having an active rest day. I don't think I'll work out today. I might, but I might be doing active rest. So I'm just fucking drinking protein. What's up with the shredded cheese? Did you put it in the freezer by accident? Yeah. And last week I put ice cream, a pint of ice cream, in the fridge. Hopefully the protein restores my brain function. If not, I'm so fucked. Aren't all vegans deficient in one thing? Yeah. Serotonin. Yeah, so now I've been drinking protein powder just for regs. I've been bringing it to the kayak rental. And girl, I feel so fucking good after I drink my little protein. After I have a little protein moment. I always almost put a container of sugar in the fridge because it goes beside it. I know when I was little, I would put like cereal in the fridge by accident. So I'm hoping there's just some like autopilot-ism in effect there. I opened the freezer, I was like, jeez. And I don't even know. I do know. On Friday, I made chopped cheese for dinner. But I'm so sure that I used orange cheese. So I don't even know how long the mozzarella has been in the freezer. And I have to read and make sure that you can freeze it. Because I may have just like molecularly ruined that shit. And diet cheese has gotten so fucking expensive. I'm like, I'm a falafel girl now. I don't even want cheese. John was on a trip though, and John is back. And the boy likes vegan cheese. He's not even a vegan. He came home and I spent so much money at Whole Foods. I was like, let's go back to our vegan roots, okay? And let's eat peanut butter and chickpea. None of this veganese stuff. It's too expensive. It's the principle. Costco sells a big fucking bag of shredded cheese, and that's my godsend. I don't get through it fast enough. It goes bad. I almost made a chopped cheese on Saturday, but I got lazy and ordered a pizza. Chopped cheese is so fucking good. When does the kayak season end? I got a lot to talk about with kayak. So my boss, who I've been calling Yakuza boss, which isn't normal, kayak boss, he wants to extend the season like way into October. And I'm like DFW, down for whatever. But the other 3 people who work at the kayak rental have all quit. I'm like, I love this job. I love touching grass. I will fill in and, you know, I don't want to run anything. I don't want to be Mr. Manager. I just want to get out of the house sometimes. And I've been going through my like little Fitbit, and I actually realized that I wasn't really doing anything at kayak. I thought that kayak didn't fucking matter at all. And then look at this. 132 zone minutes yesterday. I don't know if zone minutes might not mean anything to you. They kind of don't mean anything to me, but that's like a Fitbit. Like, the Fitbit gives you 6 days to work out, and it sets a goal for you based on, I guess, your stats or whatever. I worked out so much yesterday at the kayak rental that I only need to work out 18 more minutes this week to hit my goal, whatever that is. I haven't changed anything in my Fitbit, so these are the default settings. But I guess every week it wants you to work out 150 minutes, and I've already kind of hit it. I thought the kayaking was... My Fitbit automatically detected that I was swimming, so I am a little worried it might be misleading, because if I was swimming that long, then yeah, girl. My neighbor ordered a Fitbit and had it stolen. And I was at the block party wearing my Fitbit, and I was like, oh God. How does it know the difference between swimming and paddling? I don't know. I've never inputted anything I saw that it can do hiking. So one time I said that I was hiking, but I don't know how to input individual like working out. Every time I go on a run, it knows I'm running. And every time I'm walking, it knows I'm walking, but I don't know how to input anything. I guess I could watch like a tutorial. Mine always defaults to swimming when I'm on the treadmill. Okay. Yeah, it thought I was swimming a little bit. So anyway, I've been kind of working my ass off at the kayak rental because I think like 5 of us work there and 3 people quit, ask for double pay. Well, I mean, I just don't want to get stressed out because I tend to work my job like the Navy. So I've been picking up a lot more shifts, which is whatever. But I started drinking protein shakes at the kayak rental at the midpoint of my shift. And I feel so fucking good and like strong. I feel insane. I lifted 2 boats by myself. Not only would I never do that because I don't want to, but also I can't. So I've been going freaking insane, just brutal, hulking it out, dead up. And my only like coworker is a mortician. He works at the morgue. And I think I told you guys I did not want to get to know him, but now there's kind of no choice. I've started to, I love him now. I'm obsessed with him now. It doesn't take long, I guess. So I'm obsessed with him, but he's telling me a lot about the morgue. I said, this is a HIPAA violation. He said, one guy came to the hospital complaining of swollen balls and then died. And he said, I really couldn't figure out why. And I was like, Nicki Minaj's cousin? Fuck. I can't make those jokes with him. He's not online. Yeah, he said that the guy came into the morgue with swollen balls, died, not the morgue, the hospital, died, got sent to the morgue, and he had to figure out why he died. And I said, I don't know. He said, yeah, I spent 3 days with this guy trying to figure out what happened. And I was looking for his liver, and I was looking everywhere for it, and it was behind his pancreas. When I don't feel well, straight to the morgue. Yeah, so I said, his liver not being in the right place. Is that what killed him? Like, I can help. Like, he brought this information to me, his coworker at the kayak rental, and was like, hey, coworker at the kayak rental, I had this really challenging patient. Can you give me any insight? And I'm like, yeah. I was like, how was your weekend? He was like, yeah, I mean, I had this really challenging patient, and then I got married, and I said, pause. WebMD, I can figure it out. So he said that the patient's heart was completely swollen and enlarged, and the size of a cow's heart. And I don't know how big a cow's heart is, but probably big, right? So I said, oh, that's what killed him. I'm embarrassing myself. But what's the feedback? Sorry, I don't know what else to say. I said, that's it. That's it. We did it. I was like, oh, so that was what killed him. And he was like, well, his record said that he would drink 2 handles a day. So I said, oh, he was an alcoholic. He showed up to work on Monday and he was like, guys, what if he was an alcoholic? And they're like, you did it. You solved the mystery. He said otherwise, he was 43 and healthy. I said, no, it's not a healthy person. You can't drink. A handle is liquor, right? I'm thinking it's vodka, but I think people will call a handle any sort of liquor. I said, you can't drink 2 bottles of liquor a day. But other than that, I'm a relatively healthy person. I'm like, girl, if I have an ice cream past 8 o'clock, I sound the alarm. I said, I'm a dirty rat. Big balls, bigger heart. Yes, literally. If my coworker watched TV, I would present that joke to them, but they don't. I ate an entire bag of Sun Chips, and I was like, this is a mistake. Your balls and heart are enormous right now. Yeah, I was talking about, Asteroid City. And I was like, oh yeah, I saw it. It was cute. You should take your girl or whatever. Movie theater has $7 Tuesdays, whatever. And he was like, oh, I just watched a movie. I said, what movie did you watch? He said, I don't know. I said, was it a comedy? Do you remember laughing? He said, I said, was it a DVD you had? Or was it on streaming? Was it free? Do you remember paying for it? What streaming services do you own? We're gonna figure this out. He said, I enjoyed it. I said, I'm gonna fucking die. I'm your only coworker, and I didn't want to get to know you, and you're making me crazy. I think him and I are a really good team, though, because he moves really slowly, and I think that that's better for customer experience. Because I'm like, let's fucking go. Watch me hold 2 boats. Let's move it. And he's like, what's that movie I watched? What's that movie I just watched? It's the Aries in you. The Aries in me wants to move it along and also observe and nurture him. I'll probably accidentally learn his birthday because he'll be like, oh, I was working on this baby and it was my birthday. And then I remembered that movie I saw. I'm gonna be like, okay, when you remembered because that day was your birthday, or you remember you forgot your birthday. He's funny though, cause we have to invoice our hours because we work on a river. There's no computers or anything. And I was asking him about like paychecks, and he was like, that's one thing I don't mess around with. I was like, oh shit, my boy gets paid. He goes to the morgue, he gets paid. He goes to kayak rental, he gets paid. Would he read The Road? I don't think he wants to read. I'm not sure he likes reading. Because I bring manga to the kayak rental, and when I look over at him, he's just waiting. I have a feeling that the morgue isn't, like, boring, though. Maybe. He's still young. When he's, like, in his 50s, he might be like, another heart attack. I don't know. I love him. I'm obsessed with him. It's an unhealthy obsession, etc., etc.